Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today we are talking about game number 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, where the Florida Panthers have taken the 3rd win in a row, and they own this series 3-0 after everyone and their mother and brother and sister-in-law were convinced that the Edmonton Oilers were going to own this series in 7. That's what every channel, every Instagram page, every single personality on the internet was like, yes, the Oilers in 7. That's what's going to happen. They're going to edge them out. It's going to be a good series. They're going to edge them out at the end, though. No, you idiots. You stupid idiots. I don't know if it's just everyone other than me is like convinced that they have to like sell to the biggest audience out there. But listen, the Oilers were never going to win this series in 7. Never. And now, if they're going to, they're going to have to. And there's no way that, I don't know how, of all teams, that the Edmonton Oilers convinced everyone that they were going to win. They are the biggest fucking disgrace to the sport of hockey. Because the Stanley Cup Finals is supposed to be the big game. It's the big series. It's the end-all, be-all. It's the end game. It's the infinity war of it all, right? This is the peak of the mountain. This is the top that we have of sports. The best sport in the world, hockey. And the Oilers, a team that has a backup goalie, a fine backup goalie as their main goalie, and somehow everyone is convinced that Stuart Skinner, I'm always wrong, apparently Stuart Skinner is a great goalie, as everyone tells me in the comments. No, he isn't. And we've got the defense of a North Korean national team out here. We've got Darnell Nurse, the guy who just gives away goals and doesn't know how to keep his stick on the ice and is just an idiot. He looks like an egg. And then you've got Evan Bouchard, who doesn't know, obviously he's bad at defense. He doesn't know what he's looking at. There's so many layers to this stupid Cody Ceci. Since when do all these people for years now? Cody Ceci's a good defenseman. What is with people? What is with the people who are so delusional in this world that they can actually be convinced that Cody Ceci, Vincent Desharnais, you've got Darnell Nurse is good enough to win a Stanley Cup? No. No. And then you have a useless to horrid bottom 9 for your forwards. And then your top 6 is who you're supposed to rely on. And, they're doing nothing. And I will say, I'm going to give some credit to Connor McDavid, who I'm about to rag on in a second. But Connor McDavid has easily, and Hyman, have done their best to try to score some goals. But there is a lot of underlying issues here, okay? Everyone who's, complaining that, McDavid has disappeared, the real disappearance has been Leon Draisaitl. He has done nothing in this series. McDavid is skating hard, he's playing fast, he's getting to the slot, he's getting to dirty places, he's carrying the puck, he's trying. But there's only so much he can do when everyone else around him can't do much. And then the Florida Panthers are a good team that play a complete game. Everyone who's just trying to, yes, I like what the commentator said, that one of the few things that Sean Idiot Face and Ray Ferraro have to say was that the Oilers' biggest enemy is themselves. And I agree with them. They could easily have this series 2-1, maybe even 3-0, if they just didn't have the worst mistakes in the world in their own defensive zone. Because they could have bled out, game number 2, they could have tried to survive it and win 1-0 or go to overtime or something like that. The issue is that the Panthers are a great team. Everyone's trying to discredit the Panthers like they're doing nothing except just being lucky. No, they are playing the game of Survivor out there. Outwit, outplay, outlast. That's what they're doing out there. They are just doing I don't want to say the bare minimum, but they're playing a smart game. They stay in the nice areas. They don't do too many crazy things. They keep everyone boxed out. They always are they're amazing at keeping the play not in this area. The slot means nothing to the Oilers. They can't get in this area, which has been what I've been saying, is that's what the Oilers have to change. They have done nothing. They have done absolutely nothing to change the way they play. They keep relying on the same effort. You saw it a million times last night. The Oilers think and are convinced the only way we're going to score is if our top guys are able to do something crazy. McDavid has to wrap around the net, do some crazy stuff, then try to throw it out here where then there's a scramble in front. It hasn't worked once. It has done nothing. The Panthers are so good at defense, and Bobrovsky is able to eat everything up, that every time Hyman or McDavid try to do one of these nifty plays, it goes nowhere. nowhere. Look at how they have scored, right? They've gone on 2-on-1s where they got a nice clean shot through him, right? Through Bobrovsky. Or this game, they had the Broberg and McLeod goal. Broberg's goal was super lucky, so I will, say whatever. But that's one of those chances where it's you have to have a clean shot, and sometimes it bounces off things. McLeod's goal, once again, it's a shot. It's a nice tip in front. That's what you have to do, is you have to get those in front, those slot opportunities. Look at what Zach Hyman has done all year, his big joke. But that's the main thing. Most goals are scored in the slot, in this area, right here. The Oilers have done nothing to try to change their play to benefit from that. Nothing at all. And the only thing that they continue their play, which allows the Panthers to have some amazing goals where in the second period, the Oilers just flat up gave up. They just didn't do anything anymore. They sat on the bench I gotta get home, actually. It looked like they were a bunch of guys on overtime, and they were yep, I'm just waiting to go home so I can put my feet up. That's what they looked like in that second period. And they showed it on the bench. Guys just sitting there. They didn't even look angry or, disappointed. They were just yep, game's almost over. Series is almost over, actually. Yep. That's what they looked like. And it was so annoying. And I have to say, I know this is just a rambling video, and usually I try to do more of a breakdown of the game, but the Oilers just do everything wrong. Everything wrong they do. Defensively, they just give up so many opportunities, and it's because the Panthers, they don't do these flashy all-out plays like McDavid does, right? Because they don't need to. They know their plays will naturally develop, and they don't do those risky plays. Because if Barkov wanted, he probably could do one of those big moves where he wraps around the net and does whatever the hell he wants, right? But that doesn't get anywhere, and they know that. It's very risky because you're just basically turning the puck over on purpose or for a big opportunity. Panthers like to squeeze the puck in the zone, wait for their opportunities where you get a chance, like Rodriguez had again last game, of course, where he got past the puck right by Bouchard. He just shoots it top shelf, right? Tonight they did the exact same thing. It's just he couldn't put it in the back of the net. The Panthers just wait for their opportunity to strike, and they just play a smart, conservative, laid-back game where they let the Oilers come at them, and they just neutralize them as they go. Just neutralize. They're playing like those balloon games where the monkeys will walk down, shoots the nails at them. That's what it feels like the Panthers are playing like. They're just one thing at a time. This guy's wrapping around the net. Shut down that play. This guy's doing this, shut down that play. It's one thing after another, and then when it breaks through, Bobrovsky is just there to kill everything, and it just doesn't matter. He is the nuclear bomb, and Bobrovsky is just so good. He's so incredible. But just to say, Connor McDavid, I am his biggest advocate. I am one of the big fans of him to say that he is the best in the world. I would 100% say that, but I have to say, being best in the world does not always mean you are the most, being the most valuable player is not always being the best in the world, to me. Because these are one of those games where McDavid is showing to me, and he has shown to me in previous seasons as well, is that if you need a guy in the Stanley Cup Finals or the Stanley Cup playoffs to win a Stanley Cup with, you need a guy like Sidney Crosby or a guy even like Ovechkin. I know he's only on 1-1, but you get a warrior who's going to score those goals. Mainly guys like Nathan MacKinnon, who are going to do whatever it takes to create plays for your team. McDavid, I know he doesn't have a lot of support out there, but he cannot get the job done. McDavid is not the best in the world anymore to me. Last night watching these games, and I know I just was defending him, where it's not all on him. He has been playing very good. He's been one of the Oilers' better players. But this is one of those games where it's like Nathan MacKinnon wouldn't allow this to happen. Nathan MacKinnon would create a play. He would pound the net. He's the dog. McDavid just doesn't have that. And I would much rather have a guy who's going to bully his way and get a goal or find a way for his team to get a goal than what McDavid is doing, where his team can't get anything at all going. McDavid, I'm conceding that away from you now. And to me, this game is going to wrap up in a sweep. it's going to end on Saturday. Because this game just showed to me that the Oilers have no right to be here. They have no right because they gave up in that second period. No team. You know what? I would be ineffective and horrible and I would be benched. But if I was given an opportunity to play in the Stanley Cup Finals, because at that point I would be a millionaire then too, I would do I would give every inch of my body, every particle of blood in me to play on the ice and do whatever it took to try to win, or at least get something going or do something in the game. How can Edmonton Oilers fans for the last 5 minutes rally and be like, yeah, this is our team, we got this, and then their team literally gave up like 10 minutes ago? I don't understand how Oilers fans can be happy with what's going on and still defend them. I don't know how I make these videos after these games and people in the comments can still go like, oh, you don't know, the Oilers are doing great, they're the better team. And it's like, no, you cannot be the better team if you gave up. The Oilers are a disgrace. They have done nothing to fix anything. Last night they tried to fix their problems with the goaltending pull. Last game they were a horrible decision to pull him at 6 minutes, and then tonight they waited all the way till like 1 minute and 15 seconds to do it. This team doesn't know what they're doing. Chris Knobloch I don't want to say he's a horrible coach, but he is not the coach to win a Stanley Cup. This team just isn't. This is one of the worst teams I've ever seen make the Stanley Cup Finals, and it's a problem. The Pacific Division was an easy walkthrough for them because they were the only legitimate team, and then the Western Conference Finals was an easy walkthrough by them because the Dallas Stars went through hell. They went through hell for the first 2 rounds and finally couldn't catch their legs anymore. And then this finals, it shows. The Oilers did not deserve to be here. They do not deserve it. So to me, the Florida Panthers, they are going to sweep this series. They deserve to. The Oilers don't deserve a win anymore. And to me, I called it. Unlike everyone else in the world who thought it was Oilers in 7. You idiots. So that is all I gotta say. So thank you for watching this. If you've enjoyed this video or if you've made it this far or anything, please subscribe or just do it. Just subscribe. You should just do that. It's kind of fun when you click on it. It does this little celebration thing. It's fun. It'll make your day happier. It'll make my day happier. Anyways, thank you for watching this. Too sweet. Have an amazing day and ta-ta for now.